Hello everyone, I'm finally gonna start do some more skilling. So first of all, I'm gonna start training my Slayer. I'm 60 Slayer right now and I'm gonna make a Slayer tab on my bank. So in this video I'm gonna show you all my Slayer tasks, showing you how long it takes to complete a task and what items I use, like prayer potions or the amount of cannonballs I use for that Slayer task. And at the end of the video I will show you my total loot tab from 60 to 65 Slayer. Also I'm gonna reduce the cost of my prayer potions and cannonballs and show you the actual profit and the total time it took me to go from 60 to 65 Slayer. My first Slayer task was to kill 198 trolls, so I choose to kill the ice trolls with my cannon because it's making profit and it's giving really fast Slayer experience. So doing this cost me 900 cannonballs to kill the 198 trolls, and it only took me 23 minutes to complete this task. And as you can see in my inventory, I was pretty lucky with the drops as well. For the next Slayer task I have to kill 13 black dragons, so for this task I will go to the brutal black dragons. So I kinda love to have brutal black dragons as Slayer task. It's bad Slayer experience, but I have to kill them for my route to 10,000, that's why I'm preferring them. Anyway, they have pretty decent loots and you can easily do this task AFK. It took me 25 minutes to kill my 13 brutal black dragons and I received 4,511 Slayer experience. So for the next Slayer task I had to kill 193 Bloodfells. I'm also preferring to do my Slayer task kinda AFK, so there are two solutions for that: using my cannon or just going to the catacombs of Great Corinth, standing AFK with my prayer on. So for the Bloodfells we went to the catacombs of Great Corinth because I want to do this task AFK. The only other way to do the Bloodfells AFK in Gnome Stronghold Slayer Cave is using a cannon. But if I would use my cannon for every Slayer task, I would end up negative at the end of my Slayer loot tab. So I came here to the mutated Bloodfells with nature runes and fire runes because they are dropping frequently drops like Rune Met Helm, Mithril Axes, Adamant stuff. So I was ulting every single drop, that's why I got a cash tag in my inventory. The total loot from the 193 Bloodfells was around 400 or 500k. So that wasn't that bad. Anyway, I was here for 1 hour and 35 minutes. And in that time I had to use 10 prayer potions, so I had to reduce 100k from my total profit. And the total Slayer experience from completing this task was 32,810 Slayer experience. So let's ask for our next Slayer task. We have to kill 156 aberrant specters. So I'm gonna go to specters in the catacombs of Great Corinth again. So I went to the catacombs of Great Corinth to kill the Deviant specters, but I don't really think it's a very smart move. These ones here are a high combat level and has a very high defense level, so it was taking ages to kill them, and personally I think it's better to just go to the Gnome Stronghold Slayer Cave to kill the aberrant specters. They are also aggressive there and you can kill them a lot easier. So killing the Deviant specters is very slow. It took me 2 hours and 45 minutes to kill my 152 Deviant specters. It also cost me 13 prayer potions and my total Slayer XP was around 35,000 because I had 2 superior specters. I'm not sure how much XP they give. Normally I would have around 29,488 experience if I just killed the 152 normal specters here, but because of the superiors I think it's around 35,000 Slayer experience. But believe me, if you have like a superior here, it takes like around 5 minutes to kill him, at least at my combat level it's 109. But anyway, it's having like a really high defense level to kill. For the next Slayer task I have to kill 68 Sukas. I don't like this task as it's kinda money wasting with cannonballs, but it's good Slayer experience. So right now I'm killing the Sukas here. It took me 12 minutes for 7,276 Slayer experience. I kinda do not like this Slayer task. It's fast Slayer experience, okay, that's correct, but I had to wait 500 cannonballs here and 2 prayer potions for only 7000 Slayer experience. So I kinda preferring the trolls or something like that as Slayer task. It's giving like fast Slayer experience, and also you are making even profit and getting like fast ranged and combat experience. For the next Slayer task I had to kill 161 calf fights. I do not really like the calf fights, so I decided to go to the weakest ones with my cannon, but I was kinda surprised about the experience that I received from them. It's pretty similar to the Sukas, and I only had to use 350 cannonballs here instead of 500. Anyway, the calf fights do not really have decent drops here, so in fact I'm just wasting money with using my cannons at the calf fights. Next I had to kill 137 fire giants, so I went again to the catacombs of Great Corinth to do this AFK with my prayer on. So to kill the fire giants I'm here back in the catacombs of Great Corinth. It took me around 45 minutes and the Slayer experience was around 90,865. I also preferring to come here because I just can't stand AFK with my protect from melee on. I had to use 5 full prayer potions here, so I had to reduce 50k from my total profit from the drops. I had a couple of rune drops, but the fire giants doesn't make that much money, but at least drops are here better than normal fire giants. Once again I had calf fights as Slayer task. This time I had to kill 149 of them, so I decided this time to do the stronger ones. Back in Gnome Stronghold Slayer Cave I decided to kill the Calfa soldiers with my protect from melee on. I just could do this AFK and this was 90 Slayer experience for each Calfa soldier. I could also come here doing this with my cannon, but they don't drop anything, so that will be again a money waste if I use my cannon here. Of course it will be faster and better Slayer experience. So I did this Slayer task with melee and it took me 45 minutes to kill the 149 Calphite soldiers. It also gave me 13,410 Slayer experience, so it seems the Calphite soldiers are very slow Slayer experience without a cannon. For the next Slayer task we have to kill 51 Iron Dragons. Again I will go to Catacombs of Great Corinth because I can easily kill them there and it's very close with my teleport. For my Iron Dragon Slayer task I was in the Catacombs of Great Corinth. The time to kill the 51 Iron Dragons was around 35 minutes and Slayer experience was 10,455. I had 51 Dragon Bones and a couple of Rune Drops. And the last Slayer task to reach 65 Slayer was 133 Aberrant Spectres. And yes, I did it once again in the Catacombs of Great Corinth. So for our last Slayer task we came back to the Catacombs and here we killed 133 Deviant Spectres. It took us 2 hours and 10 minutes and I received 25,935 Slayer experience. So with all the Slayer tasks I showed before in this video I went from 60 Slayer to 65 Slayer. This is the total loot in my inventory, but I also have a loot tab on my bank, so also this loot tab and my inventory is a total loot from 5 Slayer levels from 60 to 65. So 1.4 million in my bank and my inventory value is 1.3 million. So the total value of all the loots is 2.7 million. But to do all the Slayer tasks we also spent some money on prayer potions and cannonballs. We have used like 46 prayer potions from 4 doses, so that's 460k, and also 1750 cannonballs, so that's another 374k. Reducing the cost of the prayer potions and the cannonballs from our profit, we have 1,866,000 profit left. All the Slayer tasks I just showed you before in this video, it took me 9 hours to do them all, so it took me 9 hours to go from 60 Slayer to 65 Slayer. I didn't take the fast way, I also went to the Catacombs of Great Corinth and mostly there is like a slower Slayer task, but because you don't use your cannon it's also slower experience. But I just kinda prefer that you just can't stand AFK in the Catacombs of Great Corinth with your prayer on, so that's why I'm preferring this location, and also it has better drops there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel to follow my road to 99 Slayer and to see every 5 levels or something my loot tabs. Thanks for watching.